We're here, live and direct.
Yeah, I who will read comments this morning because
I have to try to figure it out because I mean, we're the one, Sandra, that she should have jumped in for the show here this morning. Like, oh, hi Michelle, we're sorry that you're not here.
she up there. I should be able to see all the comments now, but I don't remember how to do it now. Oh, if I go to
where is
where's my phone?
I don't know. Michelle don't have it for she never said I don't go gear. So
Michelle, I hope by next week I will be in my new studio.
You're having a new studio at home?
Yeah. You can't tell people to send me the home. You're mad. You can't tell people to send me studio in my house. That's not right at all. You bust up my business like that.
You have a new studio at that location there?
Of course, yes. I have a new studio in my location.
I hope you put some color in the back of the studio because I find that the current studio that you're in, there's too much dark in the back of it. So listen, if you put some color in it.
Go criticize your own studio, okay? Go criticize your own studio.
Look for my studio. Me move around in my studio. You know, my studio is so unpredictable. Me in this other studio right next to the door, so I get a lot more natural light this morning than regular. My studio, and I have no black foamy for me because I'm not checking out so no one you bad mind my studio. I mean, I have no money for build no new studio for Jamaica. Me live things hard enough as is. Me no want no new studio. We can't find it on Facebook though. Where were they?
Where are they on Facebook?
I don't know. I'm not seeing us.
Are you on Jamaicans.com?
Yes, I went to Jamaicans.com and I hit Jamaicans.com.
I can't do everything.
I see us and I never realized
I can't do nothing. I can't do everything. I can only do.
All right. You don't have to do a thing because I find it.
You find it?
Yeah.
Sure. You can't. I mean, you want me to do everything. Me never do nothing upon the show yet. And this morning you come. You want me to read. You want me to look upon the comments. You don't want me to find your one the show on Jamaicans.com. Come on, man.
Unreasonable no for expect a man to do so many things.
Too much work, man. Too much work.
Unreasonable of women to expect men to double task or
Laverine Francis. I don't get to read the comments too much, but there's is it Laverine or Laverine? I'd like to pronounce your name the right way. Okay. VM is on, says good morning. Good morning, VM Heslop. You know, I most times I know Hislop. I only know one student in my class who never got named Heslop, named Orville Heslop. Most times
Heslop. Heslop.
Yes. Oh no, well, this one is Heslop, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to have a girl in my class at Turner College named Heslop. Andrea Heslop was her name.
Somebody, Algenia Kerson says, darlings, good morning, Leo and Jamaicans.com. Diva, you're looking beautiful. The Davis family drinking hot cocoa.
Ooh. Yes.
What are they? Are you Davis or are you Kerson? Or Kerson?
Davis.
Sure.
If she says she Davis.
Yeah, I like them. I big up the Davis family, them, you know. And then Alison Simmons, Alison Simone.
Can I tell you, I'm having a problem because I can't find the comments. I can see the show, but I can't see the comments. What I do wrong? Oh, I seen it. Yay.
Alison says, good morning, everyone. I've never viewed this show before. Oh my God, Alison, you have been missing a big part of your life. I tell you God truth. You have missed a big part of your life. I say, make sure you come in next week Tuesday night, and next week Saturday morning again, and next week Tuesday night again, and next week Saturday morning. Make sure you come. No, joking with you, know.
You had read a comment from Judith Rose Wilson who says, good morning, hailing from Maryland.
No, I didn't read
Okay.
Judith at all.
Okay, so Judith Rose Wilson says she's in Maryland. Judith, how you do? And then Alison Simone says, I know, laugh out loud, but I'm here.
Which part you come from, Alison? Tell us where you come from, because we have to know right off the bat which cool country you come from, so that we can laugh after you when the time comes around. Like at Christmas I come around, we can laugh after you when the snow fall and drop on your house, right? Keisha Smith says, good morning from Toronto, the popping snow country.
Allow us to apologize for Michelle, but she has some shopping to go and do, so she's off shopping.
Me no miss her.
Huh?
Me no miss her.
You miss her. You're too wicked and live. So we quite miss Michelle this morning. She's out shopping and doing what, she needs to do this morning. So she'll join us. I suppose she'll put a comment in when she has an opportunity to. But she's healthy and good. She's not sick.
She don't have COVID at all.
Yeah,
quite fine. She doesn't spend money when it comes to Christmas time. And she's not spending
her own money, as Leo always said about, woman want to spend off man money, but we're not even going there. Vivalyn Malcolm says, good morning from West Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, one of my favorite liquor places.
Here's Lawton Wilkinson. Good morning from Philly.
Oh, so Angelic and Algenia Kirsten says Kirsten Jacksons and Davis family, they're related to Alice Coachman Davis, Maynard Jackson and Spence. You see, we're related from England to New York, Windrush family cousins. You go, Kirsten, just educate. Ray.
Here's Laverine, Sarah Laverine. I want to pronounce your name the right way, Laverine or Laverine. She says, my hot Leo. My hot Leo. It's spelled HOTTTTT. Okay? My hot Leo, I love you. And all the ladies, I look forward to your show every time. They love you more.
About hot Leo. It must be because you live in hot Florida. Why she say hot Leo? That's all that.
No. It's HOTTTT. All right. Okay.
Because you live in a hot Florida, she's sorry for you. She call it hot. Keisha Smith says we have no snow in Toronto right now, but it's cold. The full winter gear.
Juliet McLean. Juliet McLean says, just McLean Strahan or Strawhan. Me no want to pronounce
Strong. Leo Strong. Just call her Strong.
Okay. We must get a good name like Gilling. So Juliet McLean Gilling, and then know that all right, don't have to worry about it. Okay. She says, good morning, everyone. Good to see you again. Thank you so much, my love.
Michael Dunkley says, good morning from Hayes. Hayes is down in Clarendon near Vertechnical High School. Beautiful sunshine today, and he's begging Michelle to shop for him too. Sandra Campbell said, kiss me teeth, both hot. See, she knows from Tamarack. Oh, you're just right out there in Fort Lauderdale. Good morning. Good to be here.
Here's D Queen. Good morning, crew. New York in the house. Merry Christmas when it comes. Love you guys. Listen, Christmas Day. You know if Diane, see Diane when I sing on her head there. Christmas Day. Start from December 1.
Oh, my one have whole of bling in there on the notice.
Are you make that, Diana? Are you make that?
No, we don't have no factory down at Jamaica for make nothing. What you mean if we make it? We don't make nothing at Jamaica. When last year we make nothing, we make army, we make baby, we don't make nothing productive we sell in a place. We package them. We get other people to produce them and we package them over.
Oh God. And we make them somewhere else and put them, bring them to Jamaica, right?
Yes, and put them in a container and label them and everybody thinks, oh, Jamaican product, I have to buy this. No go so.
Oh Lord! Somebody take me on yesterday, and I wrote a little piece on Michael Manley's birthday. You know, to me, Michael Manley is an icon, a person who forward Jamaica from where he was, and so it was his birthday yesterday. And like I always do, whenever somebody that I think deserves my writing, I write about them. And somebody take me on like Jesus Christ. I know Michael do this. I know Michael do that. I'm saying, well, this has nothing to do with no politics. I'm just writing about Michael Manley, who happens to be an icon in Jamaica. In that long time, it can't even affect anything anymore.
Well, let me tell you something. We can't ignore it. His contributions to Jamaica, and particularly the advancement of the underclassed and the underserved, can't be ignored and shouldn't be ignored. And we're not to bring politics or anything into it. Just be sure and certain about our facts. His contribution to the advancement and the equality as it relates to education cannot and should not be ignored. I forgot it was his birthday, but then.
But listen what I say. I was relating to
my whole heap of message upon this thing.
Okay. We don't want to forget nobody need this. All right.
I can't see some of them on this thing, so I'm going to go get my iPad because.
Okay, so D Queen. We already read D Queen. Romeria Larmond. I like that name because I can pronounce it. Shout out from Michigan. Rain, freezing, snowing, and everything. Jesus, peace. Me can imagine that the lake they full up of snow right now. All right. VM says, where is Michelle? And then Allison says, I'm in New York. So it cold up in New York right now. My sister tell me say it cold. It pretty cold. And so down here in Florida, we're still at about 73. So it kind of coolish, 73 or so. Coolish down here in Florida. Anybody jealous?
Well, it's warmish in Jamaica. Don't get angry when they're 14 degrees and they're minus 14. It's warmish in Jamaica.
So I see that you read Vivalin already. But there's some new ones that came up. Algina Pearson says, yes, Leo and Miss Davis, you're loved like Jamaica, best social media queen, Mango, sending the love on Caribbean islands and Jamaica. Wicked, I love all your words. What are they? How come few words them so sweet yet? Sweet. Where are you this morning? Tell me. Diana have it. Just ask Diana for it.
What?
Algina, give me some bare sweet words. But let me hear them when you wear barefoot and thing, and the boy them have the young boy them have the sweet words them coming out of the mouth. Roses are red and violet are blue and sugar is sweet. That's not as sweet as you. That kind of thing. That's what we see come out of Algina right now.
As I said, that we used to put it in the autograph book. You know, have an autograph
book? No, I've never seen an autograph book.
You never have an autograph book?
No, what let me say?
An autograph book. And you get people to write in there and sign. And you know whose signature I had as of May 22nd, 1982? Michael Manley.
Hello.
Yes. I have it. And let me tell you who else I have in here. Yeah, me have to Dano. I have one from Faye Ellington dated 1981. See, and they used to write foolishness in there, like this one say, never kiss your boyfriend at the gate because love is blind, but the neighbors ain't. Oh my God.
But Diana, you have boyfriend 1981?
Yeah.
1981.
1982, May 22nd, 1982. He signed my autograph book. See there? I never use my autograph book more. Yes, man, I have my autograph book.
Sandra Campbell says she did it.
Makes people wonder what you're up to. Pure foolishness that you to write in there.
Hold on. Diana, hold on. The dead in word, where it come from? Dead in. Where does dead in? Where it come from?
The people are dead in down here.
Yes. I heard that.
That was when there was an insertion and with
doodles, yes.
Oh my gosh, I have one from Marie Garth. It's a good to talk about that and look how far back I've gone.
Oh, wow.
Marie Garth. You remember when I used to have one something on Saturday morning time and everybody would have performed them thing on the radio?
Yes.
You remember? Yes. And Never Will Be, of course, seem right here, so behind our catch up.
Okay, let's read some more comments. I love that. Michael Tomlinson says, morning, Leo, Diane, Barbados has become the first sovereign nation to establish an embassy in virtual space.
Here to Barbados. Me tell him I look membership down there.
You need to go married to a Barbadian man. You need to go married to a Barbadian man.
No, sir, me just go down there. Me I go squat down there till they recognize me and give me citizenship.
All right, Algenia says, give Michelle a big virtual hug for us. Teresa Simmons says, happy belated birthday and have a blessed birthday. God bless you and many more. Michael Tomlinson says, no snow, virtual space.
No snow in a virtual country. You see, I am going to, he has to be my PR man in information minister. Yes.
So here, Sandra, me just shiver. She's in Michigan. Laura Hamilton Blackwood. Now, me can pronounce that. You know, it's not very hard. So Lorna is Lourna. Hamilton Blackwood says, good morning, guys. So happy it's been Saturday. Michelle is missed, but Leo will easily cover for her. There you go. There you go. You know
that she does be nice to you, Leo. Don't take it like that. It's always stay.
She knows semi-sweet, and that's all right. We have a cultural icon on here sitting in for Michelle this morning. Beautifuler than Michelle, I must tell you. Okay?
And you never laugh about that, no.
So we have Herbie Miller, because we have a lot of things to talk about today. A whole lot of things we have to talk about. We have Herbie Miller in the house this morning. Herbie has joined us a couple of times before, and let me tell you something. When you talk about culturally rich, we not talk about money rich, we talk about cultural enhancement rich, a fund that cannot dry up, a depository that have so many things in there that you always want to go back to and ask questions about what's in there. How are you this morning, my friend Herbie Miller?
So far, so good. Giving thanks. We're seeing another day in spite of all of what's going on around us. So we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes.
And looking forward. But I tell you something, you know. I once knew a batsman who would make so much runs in the practice games. And each time the test match come, the man make ducks. So watch how you introduce people, you know.
Herbie, my take on that would be that it look like all of them up on the West Indies cricket team, you know.
Listen, is that team you call that? It's not even a side. my boyhood backyard cricket team would beat them anytime.
With them eyes closed.
Them, oh my God, don't get me started on the so-called football team.
Before we get into that though, Leo, try and catch up with the rest of the comments.
Okay, yes. You know, Herbie should not have him computer so that he can read these comments here. Let me just finish them
Herbie
first.
not learn nothing.
Yes.
How long we I try? Herbie not learn.
Hortense Palmer says, good morning, blessings everyone. Sandra Campbell says it's called Sweet Talk. Yes, with the man with the barefoot pants and what they call it, waistcoat and them have a jacket and the shirt just flap over the jacket over here. So
the lapel.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have a gold chain will stop right so we do a heart or something funny.
Hello, don't forget the thing around them wrist, you know.
There you go.
Caparita.
Sweet talk, got you. Oh my God. Good morning. Marie Robinson says, good morning, everyone. Windy in Michigan. So we are hooking you up with who else from Michigan again? Chandra? I don't remember. Let's see. We can stop for a minute. We'll get to them. We want to talk to our cultural icon this morning because the first thing I want to talk to Herbie about, and you never even know that no talk to him about this. The first thing that we want to talk to Herbie about is Christmas in Kingston. That's actually the topic of our discussion this morning. Christmas in Kingston. We know what Christmas a country look like, right? We talk about that every week. But we never get a chance to bring somebody who is born and bred in a Kingston and to give us what December 1 through December 25 look like. We want to know. The people want to know. Yes,
make us put that in context. We have never had someone who has been deprived of a country Christmas.
Yes. Something like that. Something like that.
I must admit that I'm so deprived. Never had to run down.
Herbie, we'll lose your video. Okay. Go ahead.
Never had to run down a chicken. Never for entire goat to come.
Oh no, God. Poor thing. Oh my God.
You know, as a Kingstonian born and bred, and Christmas time, the postman come to the gate and ring the bell twice a day. 2-time postman used to come out, you know.
The postman?
The bell on the bicycle angle. Bing, bing, bing.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that we don't have postman. We don't have a van. We come and drop off.
Walk. You see, you have to walk, go down to the
post office.
Depot. And the post missus look for your thing, if anything, if the pink slip, the blue slip come from England.
Yes.
With a pair of shoes in it. And the note was the false teeth for your granny inside of the shoes.
Yes! Yes!
Let me ask you, Herbie. So you're suggesting that them send the false teeth without measuring who when fit?
What you're talking about? Of course.
No.
If it fit, it fits.
It's one size fit all.
Hello, why do you think you see someone? Let us stop picking on false teeth people.
Yes,
I just think, you ever notice some people carry the false teeth in their pockets?
Yeah.
In pockets.
Take them out at night, don't know.
In their pocket.
And then they slip it in later.
Oh, when you meet a girl. When you meet a girl.
Oh, because it don't necessarily fit in properly.
So when Christmas come for those of us who had a relative in England, them days it was England. It wasn't America yet so big. You're just looking out for that little slip, you know, that you go up to the post office with to get your parcel from England with your pair of shoes in it.
Okay.
All right. Now, you make sure save your money to go shop downtown and you start pay down on the things you want from early.
Pay down.
You can't manage it.
Yes.
And when you get the little Christmas job as a rapper down Issa Store or Bardowell's or Hannah or Moran's or you get a job for rap. You all that money and you buy a pair of shoes and you buy your length of cloth and you go to your tailor and you make your suit for Christmas.
Oh, right.
Now, King Street was the main street.
Mecca, yes.
You see, Christmas Eve, King Street was like parade downtown Manhattan.
Yes, I know.
Car traffic cannot go and come on it. If a pickpocket pick your pocket, him gonna put it right back in your pocket and think it's his pocket and put it in the way. There were many
Herbie, you're too good.
No pickpocket.
In between Herbie's story though, Leo, please take some comments. Mind.
All right. He's holding my attention so much.
Yes.
Sandra laughing. Miss Texas sending the love. Dallas, Fort Worth, UK, Miami, and Atlanta. I got another meeting this morning at the 10:30. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, my love. Thank you. Joni de la Plata. Leo, wouldn't it be December 1st though? December 26th? It's true, we forgot about Boxing Day. That's true. That's true. December 1st through December 26th. Because the Kingstonians, I know, never heard of Grand Market. Have you ever heard of Grand Market?
Grand Market?
Yeah.
That's a nowadays term, man. It named Christmas Market.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they call it Grand Market too.
Yeah, man, in the country we have Grand Market. We never have Christmas market. Yeah.
They just call it Christmas Market. Some people did call it Grand Market, but it's Christmas Market.
So which part do you have Christmas Market?
Christmas Market is on you go with your granny now, you know.
Yeah.
Your granny carry go them things there.
Okay.
And you have it, there's round by Coronation Gate.
Right.
Or you around some grass yard. Okay. Or if you really, as I was saying before, can manage it, then it's King Street and all those places.
Okay.
And you shop until 3-4 o'clock in the morning. That's Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. You know, but it's the usual thing. When you broke pocket, you just join the crowd and walk up and down.
It's true. Okay, all right. So tell us then, you know, because we have a different experience, right? Me, like, for example.
Right, let me just pause a little bit. Hortense Palmer says, I was born and bred in Halfway Tree, not far from JBC. I beg to differ. Says, my mom was a country girl. She raised chicken, ducks, and had a pet goat named Betty. I hope I never eat Betty.
I never eat Betty.
Gungo peas and yampi. Joni says, yes, it was Christmas market. Joni says, if her memory serves her right, the postman rang the bell on his bicycle and put letters in the letterbox at the gate.
Okay,
but
this is the thing. This is the thing that I can't get to because I didn't know that we had I didn't know that we had postman on bicycle. I didn't know that at all. What country we come from? I didn't know that.
Where I grew up, I didn't have a letterbox. You listen for them, and as you hear it, you run to the gate and collect the mail.
Okay.
If somebody ring any bell from a post office, is an announcement, a telegraph that says you somebody dead. That's it. But we never have no postman drive up.
Well, let me tell you about that now.
Hey.
You expect the postman at a particular time. By about 10 o'clock, him reach my yard. You see, any old postman come at an odd time, them call, you hear the old people, give me a piece of red cloth on the head. Come. Be optimistic and figure the telegram is saying something good. There's always somebody there. Lord, Miss Lucy, can't tie me head. Telegram come.
Sandra Campbell says we never had a postman in Brownstone, St. Anne. Hush. We never had one either.
What it implies is that in Kingston you have an address on your gate. We don't have address.
Yes.
We don't have address. My address in Orocabessa is Leo Gilling, Orocabessa PO, St. Mary, Jamaica. That's it.
Exactly.
Okay. Sandra Sterling says I had to walk miles to Lambs River to get mail from the post office. Sandra Campbell says a telegram come when somebody dead. Of course, tie your head.
But I mean, what's the sense? What's the thing about? Because they also tie their belly with rubs of white cloth, you know, and it's like that's supposed to keep in what? What's the idea about the tying head and tying the belly? What is it?
It's crosses, man. Crosses come down for you. And the fainting, and somebody have to catch you and sap your head with beer rum or Kalanga water. It's one of the things where you buy a Benjamin.
Herbie, you're right. Hortense is assured me that they didn't eat Betty, the goat. She said that they had a letterbox at the gate, and usually the telegram signifies bad news. Sandra Campbell says, interestingly, as you talk about the telegram and the bad news, that sometimes a ladybug come and her granny would say it's bad news.
Ladybug? What was a ladybug again? The little fine thing?
Yes, and it's red and then
Oh, yeah, like a spot on it. Oh,
It have a little black spot on it.
that spot, yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's the
Angelia
lady
says
bar.
that she gone to our other meeting. Angelia, walk good. Yes, we're going to go to the Atlanta Black Market as well.
Oh my God. So Herbie, Christmas Day. Oh no. Christmas morning in Kingston. What does, as a boy, you know what, as a big man, as a boy, what happens from 6 o'clock in the morning until like 5 o'clock in the evening, Christmas? in freeze?
Yes.
We have
We have internet issues in Jamaica. Horton
Okay.
says when bat fly into your house in the day, it's
Oh,
bad
yeah.
news as well.
Well, the bat normally flying after somebody dead, right? After somebody dead,
Well,
and
but you don't know when the person dies, so the bat flying says is the
Oh,
news.
so, and expect news. Expect news.
Yes, it's the bad news.
All right. So the one that I know is that
Leo, you must look on YouTube. You see your comments on YouTube.
I have everything. You know, I think all of them are right here. Let me make sure that there's no YouTube comments.
Sandra Sterling says nobody got telegram for bad news because as soon as the bad news happen, everybody know.
That's in when you're in a particular community, you know. But the bad news is coming from out the door. It's external to your community.
Lord Wilkins says country people don't know anything about postman. We had a post van that would deliver our letters, and we walked to the post office and asked for our letters.
Yes, the post van coming on big bag. And then take it and just throw it into the post office, and the post office sort it out. And you know, my post lady knew my entire family. So anybody who goes to there, we don't have to bother say Gilling. Gilling, boom, give her a letter and we're gone. You understand?
But remember, say them file them in alphabetical order, you know. So all the Gilling shouldn't just take up a give all, no. You know, everybody.
No. Remember, no, it's in alphabetical order, but all the G's are in one box. So she has to go through and flip through and find the Gilling.
No, but then file the G's in alphabetical order again.
No, man.
Yes.
It's just
Leo, what you mean no?
Oh, you tell me.
All the A's, you think them just put Adams and all of that together? Then put the Adams first and then the Atkinson after it and so forth. It is again in alphabetical order.
Well, she flipped through to find my name. And she knows before, even when you come in the place, she said, yes, I have a letter for you. I have a letter for you. Or two.
Fast. Fast. And she can probably tell us your cousin from England send a letter.
The most important letter that we get was the one that writes airmail on it. Airmail. You know airmail? Yes, that's the most important letter. That have possibility of money or good news or something like that. You understand?
Yes, somebody married or somebody soon come or somebody send one money come. Sandra says, exactly. I asked for mail after school, she says. Judith Rose Wilson says, post office was so far, very frustrating when you had to walk for nothing. Sandra Sterling says, I wish where we come from had a post van. I would be so mad she would be so mad when she walked miles dodging them crazy drivers on the street and no mail.
Horrible. No, so the post van did not deliver our personal mail. The post van just came and dropped the mail bag into the post office that had to be sorted later.
Yes, but she was wishing that they had a postman. She said van, but it's really postman.
Okay.
To come to our gate. We had in Maypen, we had a postman who would come and ring the bell and drop. He would drop it in the mailbox because the mailbox was there. And there were times that you really looked out for it, like when report cards were due, you look out every day for the report coming from school because you really want to get it a little earlier than everybody else to assess it. You know, before you might reach home.
I didn't know that Jamaica had postman. I didn't know that at all.
Yes, we had
postman. I'm finding that out. No.
Lorna Hamilton Blackwood says Royal Mail bring letters to the post office. Bees bring good news, and we know to go to the post office. So the bees bring good news.
Royal Mail. I remember that.
That's a mail van.
That's the mail van. You realize that the royal is from England?
Yes, that's
It's
how we try to
colonization.
get rid of with royal self.
That's criming.
Lorna says, my favorite thing at the post office was to listen to the postmistress send telegram in code. That's fabulous.
You have advancement, you have advanced post office.
No, but she's sending the code, you know, just like they would code the things out, the Morocco code or whatever them call it.
How them do that? How them do that?
I had to learn that. Me think they don't send Mary dead, stop. Go to school, stop.
So hold on it. So it was done at the post office, the coding thing.
Telegram. Yes, that's what she's saying, that she would listen to it. Sandra Sterling said, all who know who had postman ring bells tush. Lord, yeah, Sandra, that shame on you, Sandra. Or you could have said a mean thing like that. No, Leo, it's the one that had blue stripes all around. The envelope was the one that had the money in it.
Yes, that's the earmail. That's the earmail. That's the earmail.
No, the earmail had red and blue. But apparently they would send money in a separate one. Nancy Brown said we should have royal mail in the UK. Yes, Nancy, are UK? Are you there? Morse code. That's a code that they would code in. Thank
Morse
you,
code.
Plato.
Oh
Doctor.
my God.
You know, I said big breakfast. I will ask her nothing about breakfast, but some people just disgusting in at the middle of this informative dialogue.
Because we asked the Herbie a while ago about 6 o'clock.
But you never ask nobody to post it. Hear what Art and she have to write here. A big breakfast, roast breadfruit, duck bread, fried sprats, sorrel, chocolate tea, church. Lots of food. I usually get $1 and sometimes a tea set. Yes, he used to get tea set. My brothers got gun belts and guns, cowboy and vests. Food and more food. Yeah, Art and she.
The artist write that.
Hortense Palmer.
She is Miss Christmas. She's an expert Christmaser.
Let me tell you, big breakfast, roast breadfruit, duck bread. She never get no, what your bread name?
Grotto bread.
Grotto bread. You did have one other bad name.
Oh, titty bread. Herbie, do you know anything about titty bread?
I don't know anything about such things at that time. You asked when I was a boy, did you not?
What you would know about titty bread as a boy?
But you know grotto bread though.
I know grotto, but I did near the bread part. You see the duck bread and all them bread shaped in like crocodile and duck and stuff like that. Is those you buy that bread at the market, you know. And that bread now go on the revival tables, a revival bread that they decorate the revival table with the croton and the fruits and
the soda buckle, the champagne soda and cream soda.
Let me tell you, not a church gathering sweet like that when the tambourine, the drums, and the singing and the call.
So Herbie, you used to go to that?
My granny did think I was going to be a barefoot person. Sorry, no, not barefoot, washfoot.
Wash.
Well, just the pause, it says Sandra grudge the other one about her breakfast and she cut in her eye.
What? So
says hi, love is happy Sunday. So wherever she is Sunday already.
Oh, must be Australia. So Herbie, before you exited there, we were talking about Christmas morning, and that's why. Yeah, as a boy. So
head for the Christmas tree.
Oh,
yes. And as one lady said, in many homes, that's what we got. Then teach us to be gunman.
Yes, I remember that.
Short range gun, long range gun, car gun.
Yes.
Almost real gun, pump gun, all kind of gun.
And pie.
Yes, man, and cowboy belt and cowboy suit. My God, were we mixed up?
Yes, we were.
But I tell you though, you know, my parents were a little different too. Even though we got some of those kinds of things. I recall one of the most valuable things I got was something called a Meccano set. And it's a set of metal angles that you could turn into anything from crane to tractor to it was a technical toy that taught you how to build and build. It's
So
like
you're supposed to be an engineer. You're supposed to be an engineer.
Yes.
Yeah, building your mechanical skills.
Yes.
Let me pause before these things run away. Lorna is helping us. She says the postmistress would spell out the words in code. So she would say orange for O, uncle for you, and so on. And at the end of each sentence, she would say stop. Sandra Campbell says, our bread come from bakery, hot.
Right.
And then Hortense, as if she had not had enough food, she says she forget the Christmas pudding and the caramel pudding. Yulita Carty speaks about chocolate with coconut milk. Remember the fry, salt, pork, ackee, and roast breadfruit. Oh gosh, how would I eat some of that? Michael Thompson says that he got the full gun outfit, cowboy outfit and thing. But I had to go and retrieve one of these to show Oda.
It says email on it. It says email on it. Does it say email? It says email.
Email letter that is all in one.
Yeah.
You just
So
close the eyes and open it out.
So they have a different one. We don't know about any other mail.
But that's the only one
who don't know.
Okay.
Those who don't know.
Okay. All right.
I continue though. Sorry.
So yes, we were talking about as a boy in the morning. Somebody mentioned hot chocolate in the morning. Is it? Oh, it
with
was
coconut milk. Yes, she says. Remember the fries and the ackee. Don't forget the fried pork. Don't forget the fried pork.
No. I mean, I remember my mother used to go look for shad. Shad is a really salt. Salt. Yes.
In a brine.
Okay.
But did you have that, Herbie?
Herbie,
breakfast.
They did sell shad in Kingston. For breakfast, we'd have the same thing. Breadfruit, plantain, ackee, and saltfish. That is like they want to serve everything Christmas morning. And of course, the chocolate tea, what the lady forgot to say, because I know she know, is when you look at the grease that settle on the top of the chocolate. And I tell you, chocolate tea, hot, you know. If you ever put that in your mouth, you can neither spit it out nor swallow.
That one stuck. You neither know whether you're going or you're coming on it. Jody says Christmas morning toys, Christmas tree lit up, Christmas music, food, breakfast spread with fruits, iced cake, icing on our cake, lots of soda for us kids. I'm going to soda. What? Sorry, at the time was a bit strong because I have rum. Shad made Solomon Grundy. Is that what they use shad to do?
No.
Sandra Sterling said she memories. Hope you have money in those because those stamps look like Christmas stamp.
Oh yeah, don't forget the Christmas seal.
Yes, the Christmas seal.
Pad, you know.
Yes.
So it was the post office to buy the stamps, penny stamp, 2-pound stamp, etc., depends on where the letter is going. Then the postmistress now sell you the sheet of Christmas seal that you put on the
oh, you just put it on there.
What a wonderful thing it was, because of the grandmother in Manchester, Brixton, or like 2 months, you know, like from October come, write the letter. Because Christmas meal slow. You start to buy the shoe and then you draw your foot, you know. And send
yes!
And then just send the shoes come.
Yes! You have to draw.
Yeah, don't say that. No, hold on.
Oh God!
Sandra Sterling said memories, Betsy. Hope we got the money. Hortense, I remember how don't let it burn you. The hot chocolate, they get burned by hot chocolate. Enough time, Sandra Campbell is confessing. Jules Browning says, growing up in the country, would get up early to kill the rooster, breakfast with breadfruit and hot chocolate tea. Those were the good old days. Continue.
You ever kill a rooster yet, Herbie?
Let me tell you something. My father used to raise duck. And when duck of dill is all 24 and 30 they have. When they reach a certain age, we have to kill them. I had a brother who would never touch them. One piece of balling. My father thinks that the boy don't have any sense just because he wouldn't kill the duck then. But after a while, none of us could kill anything until this day.
Oh.
I became a vegan because I used to eat fish, and when I go to the beach to buy the fish, and the fish still alive, and you
Yes.
see him gasping, I
It's
couldn't
rough.
eat it.
It's rough body.
You know?
Because I saw them. Listen, the reason I don't eat the catfish is because I'd never eaten it in America. I'd never eaten it before. Because when I came to America, right. But when I came to America, the fish was live in the thing, and he took it out and put it down and take a hammer and beat it on his head.
Stick like a bat.
Oh my God! I did not like that at all. Jesus! Oh my! Yeah, true.
All right, you know about take we down that street because me still I eat the pig, me not care how they kill it. I eat my fish, me not care who run it down. And now gonna make me stop eating. So and who have to cut off the chicken neck or the duck. So me not care who have to cut it. Letter says Shad make shad with rundown or rundown make with shad.
Right, yes.
Sandra said that. You can use mackerel and
yes.
To make rundown, right?
Shad is almost like mackerel.
It is, and but it bony, bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hortense confessed that her mom used to kill chicken and ducks, and she can't kill anything. Judith said yes, meat eater always, yes.
You hear them?
Yeah, actually, you just made a comment here about high blood pressure. People always wonder why we have the propensity for diabetes and high blood pressure in Jamaica.
Yeah, too much of them things.
Yeah, we listen, our plate, if it's not rice, full of rice, it's dumpling, banana, yam, cocoa, dasheen. I mean, you name it.
Name it.
Nigga yam, St. Vincent yam, all of the white one them that we can't turn starch. It is. And so our bodies get so accustomed to having so much of this stuff. When we have babies, them have it too.
But Sandra Sterling, sorry, just a minute. That she had to sit on this on the sink pan, and when them chop off the head off of the thing, you have to make sure that the body don't get away.
It's a wicked thing, man. Stop talking about it. The body underneath the pan. Put up.
Imagine, you have to jump around pan it. So that must have been fun because then I have no merry-go-round or no roller coaster.
Just need it. Just kill a phone.
Other thing. But let me just put in a bit of historical narrative here now. That this thing about the salt thing, remember, from our days as and the plantations, is what we got to eat. The coast, the pig snout, the foot, the trotters, the belly, right name, tripe, etc. And all of these things were in brine.
They're salt.
You see? And then they fed the Africans that, so they would drink plenty of water and put on the weight, so they get a good price for them.
Oh, God.
So by the time that thing is embedded in our DNA until this day, so as you just said now, Leo, that even when we baby born, them born with it.
Yes.
So we born with it from 500 years ago until today. And which is why we have to be so careful about our diet and what we intake. Because we're trying to reverse a certain sort of stuff that we're born with.
Yes. Change the DNA.
But come on, go back to Christmas and have some fun now.
Yeah. We'll go to the comments and read some fun because I seem to have lost quite a bit of them.
Diana, I will buy you a phone, okay? You know.
No, me dear, I mean, I'll wait till next year for that the phone. You promised Michelle one, she's still await. Somebody else can promise it to me.
Why? I may have lost something because I don't see them here. Browser. I lost a lot of it, so let me go.
Yes, they're not staying, and there's so much.
The other thing about Christmas morning, while you guys looking for that, is the disappointment to because you have an expectation of what you want, and you see when that thing doesn't turn up,
Jesus.
I tell you, man, you don't care what else you get, your face long.
There's nothing that can especially if
Nothing.
you were promised. If you were promised it and don't get it, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it was in the days when you had to write Santa.
No, you wrote Santa?
What do you mean? You never write Santa?
No,
man, Santa used to
On the
come
town
to
people used to write Santa.
Yes, some used to come to town.
Could have write. Could have write, so.
Never hear about that at all.
Right. Can you imagine that, man? You write Santa all the way in the North Pole. But guess what now? Your mother always say, all right, give me the letter. I will send it off. The other thing about Christmas time in town, and I'm sure in country to where you had the one theater in the different.
Before you go there, Herbie, let me just comment on those that I can see. Michael Tomlinson says that he enjoyed killing chicken as a child. So Michael, we have to go look for you again about that minute. Donna Henry says, it was red herring that was his original Solomon Grundy. Arthur said, so true, it's in the DNA. Oliver said, Diana, go in load caps, go and buy your own telephone. Arlene Jackson says, me people, how wanna do? She late. What she do so late? Judes Browning says, don't even start me upon the writing to Santa. I am convinced he could not read. That is why have been answered. Martin says, my mom was dressmaker, so I look forward to my pretty dress. I never wrote to Santa. Me neither, me there. No time for Santa. In our country, Sandra Serling said, we never had Santa. We were never disappointed on Christmas Day because we made our own presents. So they knew what they were getting.
The Santa thing. I remember the first time I saw Santa was in Woolworths on King Street.
There you go.
My mom used to go to Kingston once or twice a week, and she would take me. And she took me to Kingston during Christmas season one time. And here we are, and she did it intentionally, right? Here we are. She had me by the hand and had me on she was closer to the street and I was to the store. And we walked down, and she stopped right in front of Woolworth. And Santa was sitting down. I mean, look on this damn man in the place. And the damn man get up and stand up. Man, my mother had a hard time catching me down King Street.
So, by the way, somebody mentioned something that she had a goat.
Betty.
Herbie, don't go no further. Let me read these things, because let me tell you, Sandra Campbell said, I used to view Kingston as foreign when I was a child. Patty says, who remember Wedge Sugar? My grandfather had a house. Joni says, don't forget Christmas movies on TV. Heidi, Pippi, and Longstocking at 4 p.m. Lorna Hamilton says, Christmas take long to come. When my grandmother tell me I would be getting something for Christmas, I know it will be a long time away. The month ever. Sandra Campbell says, exactly. Kingston was like foreign when Jamaica was nice. Jude's ads and Mary Poppins on JBC. I never saw Santa in Jamaica ever. I guess we weren't stush enough.
Go to Betty.
Hold on.
Yes.
Toots told me once. Him say, Herbie, when me leave Kingston, I reach Spanish Town. When me leave country, I reach Spanish Town, I think I reach Kingston. And when I reach Kingston, I think I reach Merca. No, one of the pleasures of Kingston was to see the military band, the constabulary band, etc., marching in them tunics, and the guy up front with the staff and.
Sorry, we never see that.
Guess what? They had a goat by the name of Billy Goat. And Billy Goat used to march with them. And if you go to parade, which was called parade, and to see all that, and you didn't see Billy Goat, is the biggest disappointment. And Billy Goat was one of the goats with the beard, them big goats.
Yes.
And I think how they got Billy Goat, when the West India Regiment was stationed in the Middle East during the Second World War, this goat just came in and their camp and take up residence. And when they were coming back home and everybody leaving, the poor goat stood alone, and them said, no man, we have to bring him back home.
A true story that Herbie.
Oh, said Herbie just pull wool over our head and right and all with that foolishness. Herbie.
No, foolishness.
Who tell them? Billy tell them? Who tell them so?
Billy Goat had a wonderful time living at Up Park Camp. You listen to me.
It's true.
Let me jump back in.
No, I want to before I jump back in, man. This is a good story. I wanted to know if
you have to wait. You see, because I keep missing out on us.
I want to hear a little bit more Billy Goat. He came from the Middle East.
I missed all of those. Billy Goat was
come from Arabia, man. You come from
Arabia. Okay, my God. I need to read up on him. Remember, Herbie is not just Herbie this morning. Herbie is a historian and a cultural icon. So he knows these things.
And I tell lie about Billy Goat. Who tell them that story?
You know what? They open a museum at Up Park Camp, by the way. And you guys visit, you must check it out.
Oh, really?
Oh,
definitely will.
Called a military museum.
Oh, you mean you guys visit me live here?
Well, go up there, go check it out.
Yes, me going to call you and me and you go there.
Yeah,
yes. Oh my God. Lana Lingo says, I missed all of these. Yes, you did. You can't come late on the show or else that's the problem that you have. Oh, you were going to, so the story that you were talking about.
And Lorna Hamilton Blackwood said Billy Goat was a big ram goat with beard. Judith says, never heard of those historical events. Thanks, Herbie. Sandra Sterling said, my uncle was part of the constabulary force. He was a pilot. Oh, really? Fabulous. All right, go on again.
God. No, I don't go down there until we reach Jamaica because I need to go.
No, I got it without you, Herbie.
No. In fact, you have no right to go there, period. Okay?
Well, I call the commissioner.
Okay.
And I want lady, I'm going to call upon her and tell her that I'm visiting as a fellow leader, female leader. And we're going to go down there and you try stop us. In fact, we're going to put a note that if you come there, they must lock you up.
On a sad note, I'm so sorry to break all of this. Yes. 2 days ago, we lost one of our music.
No, hold on, no sad note yet. Good morning, Paulette Chambers says this is an interesting story. There's so much we don't know about Jamaica. Wait, look with that, Leo. Arten says TV came to Jamaica when I was a child. So TV in homes were for the
hold on, TV. When did TV come to Jamaica, Herbie?
He said
1962.
1962. Oh,
yeah. She got her TV in her house when she was around 10.
Okay.
And grandma phone used to, and she used on the gramophone. Them used to play 45.
No. On the gramophone, no.
Gramophone to play 45.
No, gramophone on the gramophone. That's the one that you have to wind up. You know.
You have to wind that up.
That plays shellac.
Exactly.
Shellac. The one that if it drop, it break.
Yes.
And then you have to wind it up and then set the speed.
Yes.
And then you have then you have the next one now that's in the cabinet. What name? Grundig and them kind of names.
Telefunken,
etc.
And Philips. May have two, may have one Telefunken.
But that one now could play the LP and the 45. But the gramophone is before electricity came in. So you wind that up and it plays that.
Oh my God.
Just to pause again. Somebody says that Arlene says she loves Grand Market and Jankunu. Joni said we need to be infused with history and culture. Arlene confessed that she had a stirrer from Jesco. I don't know who named Jesco, but she had a stirrer from Jesco.
So what have masquerade at Kingston do?
What?
You have masquerade at Kingston? What you call it?
What are you talking about? You masquerade. And you hear the fife and the drum them, you take off right away, man. Listen, you lock up in the wardrobe, you're under the bed, and if a woman bought there with a long frock, you jump on there.
Jesus Christ.
You're mad.
Sandra Sterling is cautioning me not to go anywhere with Leo until I get my phone. Jamaicans should have a museum with all those things. And yes, VM Hestop, I agree with you. I made a proposal years ago just to have a small museum for children, and all now waiting for
Yeah, I do think, and I think Herbie can speak on that, because I was on something last year where the Oliver Grange, Babsy Grange, made an announcement about a museum. Tell me about that.
Hold on,
Okay,
don't say anything about that, Herbie. Arlene says that Jesco was an electronic shop in Maypen Square. Okay.
Yeah, what do you know about a museum coming?
museum is the new. Everybody talking about museum today.
Yeah.
And if you ask everybody what is a museum, they can't really answer you.
Oh.
However, in terms of what Minister Grange spoke about, there has been talk about a sports museum. It's in the making. A music museum, of which I am the director. It's in the making.
Okay.
We do have what used to be called the Museum of History and Ethnography, which is now National Museums Jamaica. It's at the same location that the Institute of Jamaica is on, which is 140 years old. And all we have done is what we have done, not all we have done, is to add other old buildings to the address. So the Institute of Jamaica comprises of the property between East Street between Tower Street and Water Lane, going back to George's Lane, which is an entire block.
Okay.
And therein lies we have the Taina Museum, the Jamaica Music Museum, the Natural History Museum of Jamaica, which is the oldest of its kind in the hemisphere, the National Museums, formerly Museums of History and Ethnography. And that is where Sandra, one of your listeners who is writing in, will find stuff that she's talking about, like the Dutch pot and the chimney.
All right. So there's another opportunity for us to tour, Diana.
With Herbie. Well, again, it's an opportunity for me to go with Herbie.
We will arrange a tour with Herbie. And it cannot happen. It can't happen without me being in Jamaica. Now there's no way, because there's gonna be lawsuit or something like that. I'm no joking.
I have some good attorneys, so I'm ready for that.
Okay.
Eula Carty says they used to be in Maypen, Jesco. Eula, you sound like you come from Maypen.
I never heard of Jesco at all.
RJR. Angela says Christmas Eve we would, missed that. Christmas Eve we would have to clean out the cabinet and with all the crockery, then have to paint all the stones with whitewash, change the curtain, and everything had to be clean. Tony says we need for the arts, history, culture, etc., the Caribbean region. Sandra Campbell says all of this is good to know. And Sandra Sterling says, I love listening to Herbie speak. Knowledge is power. Him sound very powerful when him speak.
We have Bishop. Good evening from Zurich in Switzerland.
Oh, fabulous. Yes, Bishop. So good to have you. It's good to have us all here, but when Bishop takes a moment from so far in Zurich to join us, we celebrate it, which is why we ask people, tell us where you're checking in from. When people in London and them get up for join us at this hour or stay up late enough to join us, we really appreciate it.
I'm going to pronounce her name. It's Lee
Brown. Just call her
Brown.
You're all right. Call her Bishop and you're all right.
Oh my God. All right. And then there's a Joni de la Plata. It says, she said, we need
for the arts. The
that's the museum. Okay. Gotcha.
So that we can have other shows visiting.
So we'll get a chance to go there. And we will record our visit to the museum.
Yes, and Horton says New York City in the house. But I want to pause though, Leo, as we contemplate and introduce everybody who is not aware that we're going to start our own virtual country. That two things. We're going to start a virtual country. That is one thing. But we start a party called Jamaica First. And as we think of it, we can have Jamaica First address particular concerns in Jamaica on an annual basis, or perhaps every 6 months. So we could start with a museum. Leo, Herbie shares that them start this museum thing and it just stop and go like with internet. But we at Jamaica First can agree that for the first 6 months, we will focus on establishing a museum and we fund it and put it somewhere. The next 6 months, we focus on doing something else and we do it as Jamaica First. We don't have a business and get into none of them and then mix up. We can.
Question for you, Herbie. Question for you, Herbie. Will Shakespeare make it in the museum? In the museum?
Who?
Shakespeare, I mean. Robbie Shakespeare.
Oh,
they call him Shakespeare.
Robbie Shakespeare.
Yes.
You know, about 2019. Well, first of all, Robbie and I go back over 40 years. So we're tight. So I say that because in 2019, he came down to the Institute of Jamaica and invited me outside. And he opened the trunk of his vehicle and said, I brought this for you. And when I looked into the trunk, there was nothing there. Someone said, "Where you chat about, brethren?" And him turned to him driver and said, "What? You never put it in the base." And the man said, "No." The man said, "No." So we had a function that day. And at the end of the bit, he invited me to come up to his home. And Robbie gave to Jamaica a great instrument. It's a Hofner hollowed body electric bass viol. It's shaped like a violin, but it's an electric bass. That bass was given to Robbie by his mentor, Aston family man Barrett.
Oh.
Fams got that bass from Striker Lee. So you see the provenance there. Bonnie Striker Lee, for whom family man recorded, gave the bass to Fams. Fams, who mentored Robbie, gave him the bass. That bass plays on Legalize It, Equal Rights, and all of the early songs that Robbie played on. The interesting thing, by the way, it's the same model bass that the Beatles' Paul McCartney played.
Mm.
And I recall us being in the Palladium in New York once, 1977, in Union Square. And Paul and Mick and all them kind of rockers were there to come see us perform. And Paul and Robbie stepping off by themselves, looking at this bass and talking bass, Hofner bass in particular, because it really was made famous by Paul McCartney. So yes, we do have that of Robbie's, among other things. Okay. I'll also tell you that the first person
don't tell us anything more. Let me catch up.
No, it's not a long story. The first person to make a contribution, the security came to me one day and said, somebody outside there. When I went out there, it was Sly. And he flew the back of his car and took out the pair of Sin drums. Those are the first set of electric drums that came to Jamaica. And that is also in the collection.
Oh, wow.
So like we have to put the stop at the museum with Herbie as stop number one, but just let me catch up with some of these things, please. Sandra Sterling said, I love listening. Yes. Jude says, thanks for that info, Herbie. Definitely have to take my kids there when I visit next. Used to go to the Institute in high school. Sandra Sterling says, I don't need to go museum for Jimmy and touch Dutch pot because she have them at home still. Arlene Jackson says, on Grand Market Day, we wash curtain, figurine, red oak, the floor, make the sorrel. Papa Jesus, a lot of work we have to say. Donna Henry says, I have celebrated Christmas here in New York with family, but nothing compares to Jamaica. It's true feeling of Christmas. Connie Francis says, I'm celebrating my 60th birthday today and reminiscing here, you know, about the
my God. It's your birthday, Connie?
From Toronto.
So she's just about the age of Jamaica.
Yes.
Yes. A little bit short.
Few months, maybe 8 or some months earlier than Jamaica.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Connie.
Yes.
That's Connie
Were
Francis.
you the lady? Were you the lady who sang all those hit songs?
Those hit songs back then. That means that she's supposed to rich. She's supposed to rich.
Connie Francis, for me, I want to ask whether or not she's associated with the Jamaica netball team.
No. The singer, the bigger singer, the big singer.
Okay.
Rich.
No, but
rich.
the Jamaica netball team have a big lady named Connie Francis.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. Okay.
I know.
Joni says every 6 months for the project. Yes. Arlene Jackson says happy birthday, Connie. Teresa Simon says happy birthday to you. Have a blessed birthday. God bless to you more, everyone. Jean Wignall says hello, everyone, in big wavy wave back to our everybody. Hello, Jean. Dr. Dana, virtual gallery. Yes, we could look at that. Happy birthday, Connie. Have a fabulous day, says Sandra. Bishop says Christmas Eve back in the 70s, 80s was wonderful. Sadly, here in Zurich, it is completely different. Poor thing, she had no Christmas over there. Happy Queen Day, full joy to the max, says Jean. Arlene Jackson says, I used to look forward to the alligator bread as a child. Could never understand why we needed it. Bishop says, happy 60th birthday, Connie.
It's crocodile. It's crocodile. Yes.
I read what I see. It says alligator. Connie says, thank you very much. I'm having a blessed day so far. The weather is wonderful today. Horton says, lots of places to go on my next visit to Jamaica. If I tell you, I may live here. Jude Browning says, happy birthday, Connie. Have a blast. And everybody's just so thankful. The Caroline in the wee hours. Arlene says the Caroline in the wee hours of the morning was lovely. Sandra.
Our show's gonna wrap up at 11:30 today.
Okay, so we'll have time. Sandra Sterling says, Madam Prime Minister, the virtual party Jamaica First would fail. You would only reach Jamaica or foreign because we internet would have to first fix. True. No netball.
Hello, you know, see how much time we get bounced off.
Yes, people are struggling with it. Anyway, so that's the crocodile bread. Thank you very much.
I do tell you a crocodile story quick.
Yes.
When we were a little boy, we live in Beaumont Garden by the sea. And of course, everything named alligator. It could have named crocodile or whatever. We call it alligator. So one morning we saw an alligator by the beach. We had a barber man in the community called Dry Rice. And he came down there and there's a big man who pointed it out. Somehow they caught the alligator, and the headline in the Star that evening was that them find this alligator in the harbor. There was a star man who used to rhyme every headline. And he started out each evening by saying, Star here, and what's the news today? Then him read the headline. So the headline says, alligator in the harbor looking for a barber. And I'll leave you with this one. A boy fell down into a septic pit one day, and the starman came out and he says, Star here, and what's the news today? Boy dropped down into toilet pit. He couldn't spit because his mouth was full.
Oh, you know them. Oh, you remember them thing there, so? How do you remember them thing like that?
I don't know how I remember some very little fufu. I'm a virgin. Herbie, how you remember them things there? I don't know.
Oh my God, that's so nice. It's really cute when I hear people can repeat these things as though they're yesterday or just today.
I don't know. Just I saw it go.
Well, if I might pick up from it, Star here. What's the news today? We had Herbie on, and it was just totally fabulous. Herbie, thank you so much for them stories. But stay till we're done. We'll leave 11:30. You can wait 15 more minutes. You're right.
Well, let me tell you, I do not mind making a fool of myself. It's fun.
Yes.
We cannot take ourselves too seriously.
True.
Life too easy for wipeouts.
True.
In a flash, we're out of here. Have fun, laugh, and just laugh after yourself more than anything else.
True.
Trust me.
Connie Francis says, just coming from Jamaica on Thursday. It was great visiting with her family, she says. Bishop says, I remember those old sayings. Patricia says, Dan, I'm gonna look you up in April when I come out. I'm gonna need a tour guide person. Horton says, respect to you, Herbie. You should have these stories recorded. Yes, we're recording them.
There you go. Thanks, Dan.
Sure. Jean Wignall says, Gleaner, Miss Eva, Herbie was the Gleaner woman. I don't know what that is. Not following, but we get it, Jean. Oh gosh, this was just so fulsome.
I started playing that because I want us to focus a little bit on Robbie a little bit before we finish. Tell us what you know about Robbie Shakespeare. When I first recognized Sly and Robbie was when they came out in, I think it was about 1980, with a song called Unmetered Taxi. I don't know.
It was a song.
And to me, over the years, Robbie and Shakespeare were doing what Don Drummonds and the Ernie Wranglins and those guys were doing back in the 60s with ska and early 70s. And they turned reggae music into a place of bass. Our music, not reggae music, but Jamaican music, into the most unique bass in the world. There's nowhere in the world that can brag bass. And I believe that he is the one, that Robbie, who turned the corner with us having that type of bass that's unknown anywhere else. It's just like us, endemic to Jamaica. Tell us about Robbie Shakespeare.
Well, Robbie comes out of a lineage that started with people like Blues Miller, Clue J, Lloyd Brevet, the great Jackie Jackson, down the line till you get to Family Man Barrett, who like I said, mentor Robbie, as Robbie mentored somebody like, say, Flabber Holt. And I recall talking to Carlos Del Porto, the great Cuban bassist, who came to Jamaica in the 1970s to that Edna Manley, who said that when he got to Jamaica there, to the Edna, he had to say to them, you don't need me. If you have this kind of bass going on here, why do you think you need me? So Robbie comes out of that tradition, that lineage. What I loved about Robbie is that as much as he's so admired by bassists in forms of music as wide as heavy metal, groove music of, say, R&B bassists and so on, that his peers have recognized him as one of the most influential bassists of the 20th century. Now that's saying a lot. They have him in the top 50 bassists in the world.
It's number 17. Number 17.
That's Rolling Stone magazine.
Stone magazine, yeah.
But Bass Player magazine, which is a peer magazine of bassists.
Oh, okay.
Have him in the top 50. That's important to know. FAMS is in there too, by the way. So Robbie could have gone out there and pushed himself and show off on sessions. But instead, he understood the role he had to play in making the music bigger than himself. And so while he could do all kind of tricks to bring attention to himself, he submitted himself to the demands of the music to make the music the bigger goal. And it's only a wonderful team player can do something like that. Because he could have the greatest batsman, bowler, cricket, footballer in the world. And if he's not a good team player, all he's going to do is upset the rhythm of the team. Yes. Robbie understood that. So his modesty, his humility didn't make him go out there and say, I am Robbie Shakespeare and watch this. It was, I am Robbie Shakespeare and watch this. I am going to become a part of what this entire thing is about. His in-demand status. I remember many years ago when I lived in New York, it was a winter, and he called me and said, Herbie, come down to Hit Factory. I said, boy, Robbie, he said, just come. So, all right, I jumped on the train and I went. And when I went there, he said, hey, Bob. And I saw Bob Dylan come out. I said, this is the guy I tell you about who told me many years ago that one day people like Miles Davis and Bob Dylan will be calling me to play with them. So that's how I saw him as a growing young musician, that I saw a sort of future that he worked hard at laying out for himself. And work hard meaning hard work, understanding the history of the instrument and those who came before him, and what his role in that tradition would have to be. So in the long run, Robbie Shakespeare, along with his partner, his rhythm partner, Sly Dunbar, they have recorded that everybody from Simply Red, Sting, Sidney Lauper, Bob Dylan, Joe Cocker,
Madonna,
Owner, Brian Eno, people who you guys have never heard before in the avant-garde and so on. Bill Laswell, they have recorded with all these people, and other drummers and musicians come and look at them. So Robbie is in that higher level of bassists. And with respect to all, that he should be singled out, should be a tribute to them all, that they have among them and had among them and will always have among them this Robbie Shakespeare. His contribution outside of music is of such that, as I was saying on a program yesterday evening, we hear of all the musicians, etc., who gone to jail and chop up this and shoot that and carry on bad. But we don't hear about those, many of them, including Robbie Shakespeare, whose contribution to the development of youth in our society is just low-keyed and private. Whether it is a computer there, or a school fee there, or sufficient money to clear some instruments to be given away because our government charges so much taxes on instruments donated to be given away to kids, that we have to pay taxes on it, that here is a gentleman who will step forward and say, here is my contribution to that. There are many such as he, and they all prefer to remain quiet. So when we are cuss musician, them take the cuss into.
Was he nationally awarded by the government of Jamaica?
He has an OD, he has a Musgrave Gold, he has 2 Grammy Awards, he has 14 nominations for Grammys, not only in the reggae category, and he has been, he and Sly together have been singled out for many industry awards, commendations, citations, keys to cities, and so on. And most of all, peer recognition.
It's important.
From people who you would never know would know the name of these people.
Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent. That's a great piece. I really, really appreciate that. Because, we hear Sly and Robbie, and we know what Robbie's work has been.
By the way, let me set the record straight on that. You pick up on that one. That's a bass line that was created by George Fullwood.
Fullwood? He lives in California.
However, the popular one that you are humming now,
yes,
given everything around it, is the Robbie Shakespeare region.
Okay, so hold on now. Listen to this.
Hold on. There are people speaking.
Why does that one? Okay, go ahead. All right.
We don't follow it, and the time soon done. It's 6 minutes. I want to say, Herbie, that we really appreciate how intimate you are with our culture and our history, and how effortlessly you can share with us in this sphere for so much of us to learn so many different things. Now, I mean, we never even know that the government charged duty for things when you donate it, more so musical equipment. So that is
Some
something
of us never knew until we were tracking it.
we can look at. But the contribution, the collective contribution of Sly and Robbie, you have really put it in context for us here this morning. And we really, like Sandra Campbell said, talk up, Herbie, talk up. Hortense Palmer says, these are the things to be highlighted about our history and our culture, and we appreciate you doing it. Bishop says, Herbie, it is people like you who set the pace for many of us. A pity our children walked away without the soul of being team player. It was not easy, lots of lessons learned and traditions lost. Paulette Chambers says, Herbie, do you have a book with Jamaica history? And Herbie, you have a book, you have a recording, what you have, where do we find you?
You know, same response you guys found me. But I have 3, the truth is, I have 3 completed manuscripts sitting down. Somebody called me after I was on a radio program yesterday. She was the former librarian of the National Library. And she said, Herbie, blah, 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 blah. And I basically said, I'm going to tell you something. I've already told my friend Clinton, and I'm telling you now, if I should fall down before it get published, just come take it out and publish. Sly called me last night and was kind of saying, because there's something I did many years ago called Drum Talk, which was a conversation between the great Sly Dunbar and, to him, the greatest of them all, Lloyd Nib. And I just push out some questions out to both of them. And let me tell you, man, it was something to hear these 2 masters. And Sly said, Herbie, when you're putting that out? And I have the tapes. These things need funding. It needs to be in a country where they understand the importance of what we do.
Jamaica first.
And fund these things. Everybody can come from abroad with funding to talk to every time they can hurry and then write it and document it. And we sit down here and can't get it done because nobody, listen, don't get me started on that part of it.
All right, that's
but
another day.
So much for the encouragement. I keep on writing. I'm always writing. I share because I know that I'm going dead with plenty of things. If you don't ask me some things, I forget it, that I know it. So when Colin Chana just write, Herbie, I can just imagine your sense of loss, blah, blah, blah about Robbie. So, you know, the point is that all of us who have information should share it selflessly. Most of us are going to die with it. And it's best that when people remind us that we know some things, it's the last chance some of us will get to talk about those things, because it's going to go dormant again, because many of us know a lot of things. And it's only what come to the front of your mind and really prop your interest in the moment that you focus on. So while I really try and write and have a lot of writing sitting, I also value the fact that they should be published. And I do publish. I'm published all over in many book chapters and peer-reviewed journals and magazines and newspaper, but not a solid book under my own name so far.
All right, we're going to fix that. Paul Johnny says Dr. Diana and Leo have virtual archive, which includes Herbie. Plus, he has to visit us as time permits. Paulette Chamber says, let's start a fund. Keen Thompson says, great presentation, Herbie, another informative show. Sandra Campbell says, Herbie, you're a wealth of information. We all share that sentiment, Herbie.
All the time, all the time, all the time. My God.
And what I love about those of us who continue to value our culture is that we sit through all of this. As an older musician once told me about music, he says, when you don't remember the song, dazzle them with BS. And sometimes I think, sometimes I wonder if that's what I am doing. I know that's not what I'm doing, but I sometimes wonder.
No, I don't believe that, not even for a second. But the ad-libbing, people think that it's BS, but it's ad-libbing that comes out, that's naturally come out based on all of the experiences that's there. It's really good. That's good. Man,
listen, I have other duties to go and perform. I promised I'd be there for until 12 o'clock. I just glanced up and realized it's almost.
Yes.
So
yes. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
all the beautiful
Hold on,
comments.
before you go, hold on. There's a show coming up that you need to
Oh,
tell me.
yes. Jazz on the Duke. Jazz on the Duke is something that I got involved with at its beginning 4 shows ago, which was December a year ago now. So it was December 2019. So then COVID hit. It is done on Duke Street, sponsored by the Tourist Enhancement Fund, Kingston Restoration, and VMBS, Victoria Mutual Building Society. It's done on Duke Street, right outside Victoria Mutual, and it's about the downtown rehabilitation, refurbishing situation. So we decided we'd use jazz to bring more people downtown. It went very well the first year outside on the street. So it's supposed to be a quarterly event, but we had to lose some time. Then we started doing it inside Victoria Mutual's hall. So today we are taping one to be broadcast next week, the 19th of December. That's Sunday coming. So we tape today. We have Dean Fraser, Orville Hammond, Myrna Hagan, Marjorie Wiley, Junior Bird, and John Williams as the featured artists with their various groups today. We'll also be featuring the murals downtown, but in particular, the one that was commissioned outside of the what used to be called Shipping Association, that Gordon Shirley heads. I don't remember what you call it now. Pardon me, please, all. But anyway, so we'll see some of the murals that we have been doing downtown.
That we need to
wonderful, the most wonderful, bright, shining star, Miss Yendi Phillips, will be the MC. And so it will be a beautiful show to behold, a beautiful show to absorb. And
sorry, Herbie, you say it's broadcasting on the 20th. Where?
It will be on YouTube, and some other please, for me. But I hope you will have me on next Saturday morning.
Make sure you come back. Make sure you come back next week Saturday morning.
I'd love to come back. And I'll bring a guest with me who can talk about the other part of it as I talk about the one part of it.
Perfect.
We can go deeper into it, and you all can tune in on your local net platforms, I think you all call it, and enjoy.
All right. Thank you.
So let me
Herbie,
get
well,
out
I'm
of
just
here
gonna
and go do my work.
I went to wash off the car and I see you down at Duke Street. All
listen,
right.
Herbie, hold on. Are you me suing up? So I don't care, yes, because you're not supposed to have her down in Duke Street without me. So not all can happen with her without me. So what
I mean, I'm a big liar, you know. I'm a big liar. I would have to turn to legal aid. Or go look for young big youths.
Yes. That's my attorney. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Diana, wrap up for us. And thank
Herbie, it was such a pleasure having you. Thanks so much for sharing with us and us being
pleasure.
here. And we're looking forward to next week. Persons keep asking, what is the bad news? But just to say, the bad news was the death of Robbie Shakespeare. That's what we wanted to why we had Herbie on partially to talk about that and to share his own recollections and to tell us what we as Jamaicans should really be celebrating of Robbie, as he was known to the wider sphere of music and even beyond music. It was a pleasure being here. It was a really fun session. The internet giving me all me looking for every minute it frees up. So me understand when you probably never hear me now, but so be it. If you're not hearing me out there, we're going to fix it when we have a virtual country. Leo has a walk that he's going to go and do. We wish him strength and energy while he does his walk, and we wish him success. Hopefully he will come out in the top 100 if it's 200 people running. But failing which, we will still love him, and it's the effort and the contribution that matters. People, Michelle would say, COVID is still a thing. Keep safe. Go get the booster shot if you don't qualify for it.
I endorse.
Okay, great.
Just keep safe. And if you're not keeping a little party, remember, say out here in Jamaica, them say no more than 10. But I would tell you now, I was at a place downtown last night, and it was 10 times at least 200 that was gathered at that event. But don't do that. Keep safe. Thank you all for joining.
This is Leo Gilling. Thank you so much, Herbie. It's always my pleasure. You know, me love the history. Me love the historical parts of everything, and you just provided it for us today, and I thank you so much. I'm looking forward to next week because I want to hear everything about the re-energization of John. Yes, yeah. Well, I want to know about also.
You're supposed to be wrapping up. Don't bother give us a long story about what you
what kind of long story then call it again? You can't say that. All right. Have a nice day, everybody. And thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. We enjoyed having you here. Bye.
Love.